We're here with Chef Eddie from Apollonia Grill. What do we have going today?
Today we'll be doing a pistachio baklava.
And I heard this is an easier version.
Yes, so that's the idea. We make this at the restaurant the traditional way, so in a pan with layered phyllo, but it takes, a lot of time to do that, and it's, you need a very good technique and training to be able to handle the phyllo and stuff.
Which we don't have.
At home, we don't have the patience to be able to do a baklava for 2 hours, so that's what it takes to really do it. So I'll be showing you guys a much more simpler version, so it'll be like a roll, but the flavor is still the same, and it's really amazing.
Okay.
We changed it up a little bit. Instead of the walnuts, we're doing pistachio, so I've already chopped this up a little bit. If you're using a food processor, be careful with it because you could easily make it too fine.
Okay.
And so just use the pulse. So this is our recipe at the restaurant. We make it exactly like this, but
Without pistachios.
Without pistachios, we make it with walnuts. That's the traditional way, so we're sticking with that.
So that was just honey?
So this is a honey syrup that the recipe is on your guys' website. It's got honey, sugar, a little bit of water, and then it has cinnamon, cloves, and orange and lemon peel in it.
Oh.
So it's
more than honey.
Yeah. So
We already messed the recipe up.
what we're doing here was just sort of binding, the pistachios together because they're easier to work with. It's not necessarily. And we're adding a little bit of sugar because that sugar will caramelize the pistachios much better, so they'll taste nicer too.
Okay.
So there we go. As simple as that.
And when it comes to baking, you really can't cut corners on sugar, can you? You have to use it.
Yeah, you have to use sugar. So definitely want to use butter on the phyllo. That's how it gets crispy, and that's how it bakes, and they separate, and it gets flaky.
So you're just painting that butter on and touching every portion.
That's right. So be a little generous with it. I mean, it is a dessert. So
I never know whether to get salted butter, unsalted butter, sweet butter.
True. We use unsalted butter at the restaurant. I mean, most of the pastries are unsalted butter. So I'm using about 3 sheets over here. You can make it with 2 if you want it thinner, but I think 3, it's probably where, that's the right balance.
All right,
so line it up right here on the bottom for me. Yep, just like that, and just line it up. And leave me about 1 inch on each side.
I already screwed that up.
No, that's fine. You can't really mess this up, so I think that's probably good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good enough. So just like that. And this is easy as rolling a cigar. I don't know.
Well, that is all different.
So, right. So we'll just do that, and then we'll flip the sides, or fold the sides.
Now, you're very good at this, so it looks like it's very easy, but will it tear if you're not careful?
It might tear, but, just go with it, because, there's so many there's so many sheets there that you'll be able to make up as you go. As you'll see here, we'll roll, and then, we're just going to tighten it up a little bit, so that way it becomes nice and tight. And that's it. That's all it takes.
That is a lot easier than...
And you just bought that phyllo dough at any grocery store?
Any grocery store. It comes in a box like this. They're pretty much standard sizes. So the difficulty when you're making the traditional way in a pan like this, you have to layer everything. So then you have to cut the phyllo based on this size of the pan that you're using. That's a lot more work. So.
Okay.
And then we're just going to set this right here. We are going to cut it. I don't know what I do with my knife. Here we go.
Sounds like my kitchen. What did I do with a knife?
So we're going to cut it prior to baking because it will be very difficult to cut when it's fully cooked. So just like that, sizes whatever you like. If you want them smaller or larger, that would be fine.
And then how long do I put this in the oven?
And we're going to butter it up a little bit. This should take about 15 minutes.
15?
15 minutes with foil on top. So I have some foil right here. Now, before we do that, we have to put some cloves. The cloves will bake together with the baklava and get a really nice flavor. So I'll just do one here for demonstration, just like that.
That's just a whole clove?
Okay. And then we'll cover this up nicely, and then we'll put this in the oven for 15 minutes, 1-5, and then another 15 minutes without it. Okay? So it should look something like this.
Magic of television, we got one.
Right there.
Oh, that is beautiful.
We'll pour some honey syrup, and you got to let it sit for at least about an hour or 2.
After you take it out?
That's right. So it absorbs all that honey. And then if we can plate one, we'll do it right here.
This looks delicious.
It looks amazing.
So we'll break this up.
And I feel like I can do this.
I think you can too. Chef Eddie,
so.
you have such great things on your menu, but I think we might be able to try this one.
I think I could go over to his place and get one that's already
Don't forget
made.
to check out Apollonia Grill for all of this great meal, and then you can make it a dessert with the baklava. Tracy, thank you so much. It's always great to have you. And check out Edible Sarasota magazine. Don't forget, keep watching Tuesday at 5 o'clock. You can call into the FPL phone bank. 5 to 6:30.
That's
all right,
beautiful.
That's it. Don't forget,
Lovely.
take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.